Hi, I'm David BOJE, and I'm here to talk about the Nike Corporation. Uh, I've been doing articles about Nike, uh, criticizing their consulting practices, the way they do their audits of their factories in Indonesia, Vietnam, and China. And I'm particularly interested in the way Nike presents itself to the public. And I've done articles such as Is Nike Roadrunner or Wile E. Coyote? Well, I think they're quite wily. And what they're doing is they present to the public one story of themselves as this sneaker company with all kinds of sports stars like Tiger Woods, etc., that advocate them. But the other story is that overseas they hire subcontractors, and many of them were Korean military, Taiwan military, and they supervise people or they recruit people, mainly young women, to work in their sneaker factories and their clothing factories. And there's a kind of sexual politics that's going on here, uh, where Nike's record on human rights is presented with its female and male sports stars that they're paid to make advertisements. But the work done in the factories is often under very slave-like conditions. Now they have improved since my earlier writing in the 1990s and early 2000s, and I was part of the United Students Against Sweatshops. I formed a group here on the New Mexico State University. But I've been in this Nike debate for a long time, and I've analyzed the corporate writing that they do. And I want to sort of give you an analysis of it. I've looked at the wages and what's presented as wages to workers, and analyzed their attempts at transparency. And I want to say it's pretty much not true storytelling. The Nike empire has subcontractors around the world in countries with authoritarian leadership and dictatorial practices. And if you look in China, for example, Ernst Cantor, I will say, has been very, very helpful and heroic in bringing to the public's attention that not all stars are supporting Nike, and their practices in China are outright part of a genocide against the Uyghurs, uh, who are Muslim, kind of a Turkish brand of Muslim. And there's 1 million in these concentration camps, and they face very, very extreme conditions. And it's time to break out of the narrative prison of Nike and get to a counter narrative showing Nike um, what they've done and how do they get away with this. Well, first of all, the audits that are done every 1 to 3 years, they telegraph what they want to see in the audits. So the subcontractors produce an audit that's exactly what Nike wants to hear. Then, if they're found out by people like myself, Jeff Ballinger, and others, they clean clothes campaign, China Labor Watch, etc. Then what Nike does is say, well, we'll send the auditors in again, and again they find that there's nothing going on because the audits are fake. Now, if it still persists, Nike can do something else. There are consultants that are in each of these countries where Nike operates its subcontractor plants, and they produce audits using AI, artificial intelligence software. And this software will generate 3,000 workers in half an hour, and all the statistics will match up, so there's no apparent forced labor, no overtime, everybody's getting days off. It looks like a very good factory that you might find in a part of the United States that's not operating sweatshops. So I think that the strength of my argument is in the empirical work I've done analyzing these consulting reports, comparing Nike statements with the actual work on the ground. And I think it's time that we get behind the swoosh and recognize Nike for the slave master they are. Now, there's a new neuroscience study that's saying, well, people brand themselves within Nike and other kinds of brand labels, and they become part of the Nike family of symbology. But I think it's possible that we can get behind this and give it another look, all right? So I've stopped wearing Nikes when I found out what was going on in the early 90s. And, there's other sneakers out there you can wear. There's other clothes you can wear that don't have brands plastered all over them. And this way, you can feel good about yourself. So give us a subscribe. If you want to see us in person, we're on enthinkment.com, enthinkment.com. Every Tuesday, you can go to the website, find the Zoom link, and come visit us and talk it out with us, all right?